What's up guys, Rui here and welcome back to the channel. It's not often you get to follow along and be part of a brand that you truly resonate with from the very beginning. Well, this is the case with me and NOTINLIST, and I cannot be more excited and proud to be talking about their latest collection drop, because as a fan of the brand, it's so fulfilling to see how much they are constantly trying to get better collection after collection. But as usual, before we continue to dive further into today's video, it'd be very much appreciated if you could go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, as it really does help the channel out a long way. Also, if you guys are feeling generous and want to help support the channel in a much bigger way, I do have a Patreon page whereby at its lowest tier, it is only $8 a month, and all of it will go into helping me to pick up new film equipment so that I can continue to improve the qualities of the videos for you all, as well as helping to keep the lights on this channel. If you guys are familiar with them, their ethos and the way they structure their collection is very much inspired by video games. Being a huge Kojima fan, Xavier, who is the sole designer and brand owner for NOTINLIST, tries to create this rich narrative and world building around his apparels, with every piece being the actual clothes worn by the characters in the story, and each new collection being called a level, representing the different stages in a video game, and up until the latest one we were at level 3. However, this new collection is titled Level 0, as if we are taken all the way back to the beginning of a video game. But why is that so? That is because the brand has undergone one of its biggest changes yet, as the entire brand as well as Xavier himself has fully relocated to Shanghai, China. This is truly a massive move, as not only will they be much closer to the manufacturers, thus saving a ton of time, but it also opens up a lot more possibilities when it comes to sourcing for new materials. Considering that in the past there were a lot of limitations in almost all aspects when it comes to the production line, this basically enables them to surpass everything that they have been doing up until now. All in all, I would say this is basically NOTINLIST 2.0, and this collection aims to be this major reset point for the brand, as everything from the environment to the production is completely new. However, just like resetting any video game, although you have to start from the very beginning, you're going in with much more experience and knowledge on how to defeat certain bosses or solve certain puzzles. Level 0 is built upon this idea. Going back to the drawing board once again, this collection brings back quite a number of very familiar pieces from their past collection to be reworked upon. This is intended to showcase this new direction that the brand is taking, both in terms of its overall design language as well as its capability to produce even higher quality garments. This collection also brings forth a new system structure to help better distinguish the apparel designs. Being inspired by graph charts, the apparels are split into two divisions, with the x-axis being the horizontal line that represents consistency and timeless design. Apparels here are meant to be more basic and minimal, which are easy to wear. The y-axis, on the other hand, which is the vertical line, represents more towards the goal for chasing after improvement, as well as pushing the boundaries of what apparel design could be. Pieces here are aimed to be much more radical and experimental in different aspects such as design, materials, as well as functionality. And just like a graph chart, the two axes form an upward linear line in the middle, which metaphorically is what the brand is trying to strive for, which is this constant need to grow and improve as time goes on. I got sent over a couple of pieces, but the first that we will be checking out is the Axel TShirt. This is actually the third generation, and I actually do own all three versions, so let's compare them and go down a little history lane of the brand. A fun little fact, the first generation Axel TShirt is actually the piece that made me fall in love with the brand. From its design to the references, this truly is a very cool piece. Inspired by exoskeleton suits, there are these massive panels at the back of the t-shirt which are intended to reference the metal plating of the suit. As much as I love this piece, Gen 1 did have a lot of rough edges that needed polishing. From its awkward thick collar design to the underwhelming fabric choice, which isn't very breathable, hence it's not something that I enjoy wearing out on a hot day. Furthermore, just after a couple of washes, piling starts happening. This is when small beads of lint starts to form all over the fabric, and while you can technically shave it off, it's not something you wish to see in your garment. Moving on to the second generation, I feel this is the one that had the biggest improvement leap between generations, as almost every aspect has been reworked on. from a much more beautiful drop shoulder pattern to a way better color design, and even the fabric here is significantly better, that not only is way more breathable but no longer have piling issues as well. Furthermore, they added these ventilation mesh underneath the panels to not only give it some cool contrasting details but also to provide a bit more breathability. Overall, you can start to see things are getting more refined and matured. Even the overall look has been redesigned, but that being said, I do kind of miss the asymmetrical front pocket. This is also right when they introduced these lore cards that accompany every garment that provides additional information of the universe the brand is slowly building up. Inspired by the way Elden Ring builds its universe by having short descriptions in their weapons, this is basically the tangible format of it. I feel it's such a cool collectible item for fans of the brand. Plus, they are in your regular TCG card size like Magic the Gathering, so it's possible to use your existing sleeves if you want to further protect them. Finally, here we are with the third and latest generation, which once again we are seeing some pretty significant upgrades. If the second generation is already, in my opinion, some of the best t-shirts I've worn, Generation 3 manages to take it up a notch once again, and a lot of this is due to the new fabric technology that they are using here called Sorona Polymer. It's a bio-based material that aims to compete in the same space as Uniqlo's Aerism technology, but in my opinion, it's better in every aspect. Besides sharing very similar features with the Aerism technology such as cool to the touch and odor resistant, the fabric is significantly more comfortable to wear. One of my biggest gripe about Aerism is although it is promoted to be something that you wear out on a hot day, it's actually rather stuffy, and without going too much behind the science of it, I feel a lot of this is due to the inner polyester fabric. The general idea of Aerism is this dual fabric system whereby the inner polyester that isn't moisture absorbent by nature moves the sweat from our body and transfer it to the outer cotton layer, which is moisture absorbent and thus allowing the sweat to evaporate out, leaving us feeling cool and dry at the same time. However, that being said, I just feel the polyester fabric isn't very effective here in transferring moisture between the two fabric, causing sweat to just build up inside. Plus, the polyester fabric has a very synthetic feel, which in my opinion doesn't feel great when in contact with the skin. The Sorona fabric on the other hand is way more breathable and does a much better job in absorbing moisture. This could be due to how the fabric property has much more cotton, coming in at 70% cotton and only 30% polyester, compared to Aerism that is made from 53% cotton and 47% polyester. Again, I don't want to act like I know the science behind why this is better, but through just my real day wear as well as living in a hot country that is very humid as well, I could feel that it is much more comfortable and more cooling with the Sorona fabric. When it comes to the fit, unlike all the past generations where it's meant to fit more boxy and oversized, they decided on a much more fitted look this time with shorter sleeve and body length. I'm wearing a size S here, and this is sort of the intended fit, but if you feel it is a little too short or you want it a little bit more bigger, you can simply just go a size up or two and it will be just fine. Moving along, I also received one of the latest pieces, which is the long sleeve X, and this is the piece that I am wearing right now. And alongside the Axel T-shirt Y, I truly feel like they have completely nailed their basics. Like honestly, you have no idea how much I have been wearing these two pieces ever since I've gotten them. While I would say both of them are meant to be part of your basic wear, they each fall under the new division of the brand. The Axel T-shirt represents the Y division that aims to push the boundaries of apparel design. The long sleeve on the other hand represents the X division that aims to cater to timeless and classic pieces with simpler and minimalist design. That being said, there are some pretty cool details to help give it a bit more personality. Thanks to the angular paneling, it has a rather futuristic urban look, and the upper chest area there are even these two velcro strips allowing you to customize and play around with different velcro patches. The fabric is also incredibly comfortable, and while it's not the same Sorona fabric like the Axel T-shirt, it is still very breathable and cool to the touch. As for the fit, this is very much not intended to be oversized, but leaning more towards something that is much more fitted as well. I would compare it to fit almost like a soccer jersey, hence just like the Axel T-shirt, I opted for an S size here, and I really love how it looks on me. It's truly such an effortless piece to style, and I think especially for those who are into more technical stuff, this is a great basic to help further complement the rest of your outfit and even wardrobe. Saving the biggest piece for last, I have here the operator jacket that is also part of the X division. And if you are looking for a more simple and versatile jacket, this could be a very good option that you could look into. Designed after a Harrington style jacket, this is a very timeless piece to have in your wardrobe, which in my opinion is rather easy to style as well. Whether you are looking to dress up or down, there are many ways to style this jacket, and I just love how they went with a more classic menswear approach while still preserving the brand's visual identity very nicely. You have these angular panels running across the sleeve, giving the jacket that signature NOTINLIST aesthetic, but my favorite detail of this jacket is the hidden chest pocket found on the inside, which I didn't even know existed until I received it. If anything, the only critique that I have is that the two-way zipper on the front does feel a little stiff, which I think they could further improve upon in the newer versions. The jacket is also constructed from a very interesting fabric material that have these crinkle patterns, giving it a unique look and texture, while the inside is lined with a more silky satin-like fabric, which makes the garment feel more premium. Interestingly enough, while the collar is meant to have a standing structure, I did find, thanks to the softer and more malleable fabric, you can also style it in a more traditional overshirt with the collar down. I love when there are these hidden styling options that open up a bit more versatility in a piece. Finally, as for sizing, again, this is meant to have a much more fitted look, so I'm wearing a size M here, which I think fits just fine, but this is one of those pieces where it's best to compare your body measurements with the provided sizing chart. This wraps up my review on the latest collection for NOTINLIST. Now, before you guys go ahead and click out of this video, I have been in discussion with the brand to give those that came from this video a 10% discount code as a small little thank you gift for kind of watching this video as well as supporting the channel. So if you guys are interested in picking up anything from this collection, do remember to use the code RUBY10 to save yourself a little extra. Also, I don't know how long this code is going to last, so feel free to use it while it's still available. In full transparency, this is not an affiliate code, so I do not get anything from it. This is just a little something that I wanted to do for all of you guys who clicked on this video, and if you have watched all the way to the end, thank you guys so incredibly much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching it, and once again, if you guys are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, it would really mean the world to me. You guys go ahead and do so, because it's these little things that truly help to push the channel out to more people. That's all I have for today's video. Please do stay safe out there, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.